What's up, everyone? Today, we aren't just coding a script. We are witnessing a paradigm shift in software engineering. We are entering the era of the solo developer revolution, where your role moves from writing lines of code to orchestrating intelligence. In this session, we're using a high-level AI development agent, Antigravity, to architect and build a secondary, autonomous music discovery agent. The goal? To prove that with a core idea and basic technical literacy, you can build production-grade applications without a massive team. We aren't just writing code. We are delegating the complexity of browser automation, JSON parsing, and React styling to an agent that understands the intent behind the instructions. If you can describe it, you can build it. Let's dive in. The process started with a single, high-level prompt. Build me a music discovery agent that uses the Gemini web interface to find underground artists. Instead of just spitting out a script, Antygravity immediately structured a professional development environment. It generated agent.py, the core executor, using Playwright to drive the browser. Models.py, a pedantic data layer ensuring every artist found has a valid name, bio, and streaming links. Prudence.py, a specialized module for human-like interactions. The key insight here? You don't need to know how to write anti-bot logic. You just need to know that your agent needs to act human, and the primary agent generates that implementation for you. Now, one of the biggest hurdles in building agents is authentication. Logging into Google Gemini every time the script runs is a recipe for failure and potential flags. The agent solved this with persistent browser context. It created a Gemini_session folder to store cookies and local storage. This means you log in manually once via a helper script, login.py, and after that, the discovery agent can wake up anytime, open the browser, and start working because it's already logged in. This is senior engineer-level thinking, executed purely through agentic reasoning. LLMs can be chatty. Sometimes they return extra text or markdown blocks that break a standard parser. To achieve true autonomy, the agent built a resilient isolation layer for data. It doesn't just use JSON.loads. It uses regex to isolate markdown blocks, a brace-counting algorithm to find the valid JSON object within a messy string, and even has auto-repair logic. If a closing bracket is missing because a response was truncated, the agent adds it back. This self-healing code is what makes the system truly autonomous. It fixes its own data input so you don't have to. Functional bots are great, but for a premium feel, we needed a UI. Without me writing a single line of CSS, the agent built a React plus Vite frontend. It implemented glassmorphism, using translucent panels and vibrant gradients to make the app feel modern, and integrated Leucide icons for Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. We now have a real-time dashboard that communicates with the Python backend to trigger the agent and display results the moment they are verified. The agent translated the concept of premium aesthetic into functional CSS tokens and React components. The final stroke of genius was browser-based validation. Finding a link isn't enough. LLMs can hallucinate URLs. The agent built a subroutine that takes every discovered link and opens a background tab to check. Does the page exist for 104 check? Does the artist's name actually appear on the page? Is it a dead page? By the time you see an artist on your dashboard, the agent has already hand-checked the link. We've gone from an idea to a self-checking, authenticated AI agent in minutes. This is agent to build agent. It removes the barrier of syntax and replaces it with the power of architectural intent. Important note, this is a simple demo for showcase purposes only. For production apps, it is best practice to use official APIs, like the Spotify or YouTube APIs, to avoid being blocked by websites and to ensure long-term stability. I'm Arman, and this is the solo developer era. Thanks for watching.